Hey, this is Chris Velasco at TechCrunch. I'm sitting here with Sage Wones and Mohammed Al-Tantawi. They're the co-founders of Agolo. And guys, we've met before, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been a while, but we actually were at the hackathon for TechCrunch Disrupt. We actually built a natural language processing module for SMS and instant messaging, which is actually really interesting to a lot of the wireless carriers and people that we've talked to. And also got us a little bit of interest from another natural language processing company. That was really exciting. That was like our first hackathon as a team.
Well, we are thankful that you were there to participate.
Really
It's interesting you bring up natural language processing because, as I understand it, that's playing a pretty big part in your new venture, Agolo. And I've seen this a little bit before. You guys swung by the New York office for office hours. We hung out for a little bit. It was fun. We had a good time.
Yeah.
But at the time, so far as I understood it, it was sort of basic at the time. So I would tweet at Agolo and say, hey, where's like the best sushi near me? And it would tweet back at me with like recommendations. But it seems like you guys have come a long way since then. Why don't you kind of take us through the changes?
Yeah, absolutely. So that was really a lot of the pull component of what we wanted to do. We wanted to create conversations over social media about important things where the stakeholders were already in social media. Now, today we announced the push component. So we're able to listen to all of Twitter and be able to find what's timely and actionable. So if someone's tweeting about a sushi restaurant, it's noon on Tuesday, we can move that to the top of your feed so that's something you're interested in. The greatest example is actually ERA Demo Day because we saw a lot of people on our network talking about that. And so, yeah, actually Murat's tweet, actually we could see it moving up as it became more and more relevant.
Yeah.
It snuck to the top today because today is the demo day.
And as you know, I have been busy all day in the morning, and it's fascinating because I've been looking at my Agolo page, and I see like the most important things that have been missing since 9 in the morning, and for sure, like some of these things that I would love to act on.
Yeah.
So let me just kind of throw out what I think is like the broad vision for Agolo, and we can kind of refine it from there. So as I understand it, Agolo keeps track of your Twitter followers and the people you follow on Twitter, and there are algorithms at play that sort of keep an eye out for, I guess, certain triggers or certain actionable things that kind of,
Yeah.
and they'll surface things that are happening in real time.
Exactly.
So it's not so much based off of tweets that will have already passed, but stuff that's very recent.
Yeah, so Twitter has done a lot of stuff with like the structured data component, but you know, retweets, replies, so on. But that's not really real time. That's not when the announcement happens. We can actually pick apart these tweets as they happen using natural language processing, so we can pick them up when they're most important and see how relevant and timely they are for each person.
What exactly is Agolo looking for in those tweets that would send up a red flag?
Mohammed has a PhD in natural language processing, or he's working on his PhD in natural language processing, and I think he can go into a little more detail about some of the technologies we've developed.
Yeah, so basically, you first of all, you like to identify what kind of event or what kind of tweet that you're looking at. They come in different forms. So it could be a party, it could be a concert, it could be a session, or it could be an event like Demo Day here today.
Right.
So this is one of the first things that you do. Like, we try to categorize these kinds of tweets in order to associate the right actions with them. And when you've done that, you try to extract some important information, like the time, when this event is going to happen, and also what kind of actions it can be associated with such event, like where can I buy the tickets, how can I do the RSVP, and so on. And as soon as we figure that, we send this information to you, and it's totally up to you if you're gonna act on that action and buy the ticket or not. And the more you use it, the more it learns about your behaviors and what you like, and the more it gets better in the future for getting such information for you.
First of all, there's a classifier that's able to determine what category of thing you're talking about. That's the part of your event. It's actually different for every user. We saw, like, you know, for us, it's a lot of like speaker events and a lot of like academic things going on here. But for someone who's more in music, it might be more concerts and things like that. So it's very unique for each user. The second layer is actually the semantic analysis, where we're able to pick apart the who, the what, the where, and the when of each sentence that people are tweeting out. And finally, there's that layer of machine learning that's able to learn from your behavior and be able to surface the more stuff that you act on. But yeah, sorry, I cut you off.
No, I was gonna say, so we've talked sort of inside a bit about how events are surfaced in Agolo. But so far as I understand it, Agolo is capable of bringing up more than just events. It's not just, hey, this is when the next hot party is, this is where I can get tickets. There's more to it than that, right?
Yeah, so basically we are looking after for information that we know that you are interested in, and you're gonna most likely miss them if you are not staring at your screen at that point of time.
Right.
And the way we try to learn that is from what you follow, what you act on, what kind of things that you retweet, your favorites, and who do you engage with most of the time. So if you engage with certain persons, like on under specific topics, and they tweeted about that topic, we notify you with that, because we know that you have acted upon this topic before with such crowds.
Gotcha. So the one thing I really kind of want to ask you this whole time is that Twitter is obviously a great tool for communication, but there are lots of other social channels that you could, I guess, be pulling data from too. What's sort of your plan with regard to those guys? What about like a Facebook or something like that?
Yeah, we definitely have a roadmap and sort of an aspirational sort of element too. You know, as we talked about, like one of the first things we worked on was actually an SMS parser, and we've also worked with email as well. I think there's a treasure trove of information in email, but we have a steady sort of hill climb of different networks that we're going to be working on.
So starting small with Twitter, and then kind of moving on to bigger and better things.
That's small.
So what is the overarching sort of vision for Agolo then?
It's going to be the
Yeah.
place you go to that will find the most timely and interesting stuff. So it will help bring that information that's previously, categorized by when it comes in into the real world, so it will be immediately actionable.
So let's say I'm interested, because I am, and I want to start playing with it. How do I interact with Agolo?
Sure. You can actually just go to agolo.com and log in, and we'll send you that information to be able to begin receiving the notifications of timely and actionable events.
Gotcha. I don't know, can people sign up for it now?
Yeah, people can sign up for it now. We're actually in a closed beta, so we're not live releasing stuff, but people can sign up for it, and we'll notify them when it's actually live.
Gotcha. Sage Mohammed, thank you so much for joining me.